Yo, what's up? Welcome to another edition of Y.a.n.a, aka You Are Not Alone. Because who wants to feel like they're alone? So I'm here to share my thoughts and my experiences, and maybe you can relate. And if you can, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment. I would greatly appreciate it. But today, we're talking about, well, you see in the title, you can't help everyone, all right? And as much as us good people want to help people, us people that reaches into the bottom of our heart and our souls and just be like, you know what? I want to make the world a better place. So I'm gonna help people. The fact is, even though you feel that way, you can't help everyone. So let me just share what happened with me. So check this out. Picture this. It's one of those days, right? I believe it's a Tuesday, right? It's one of those days where the day before on Monday, it had rained, it had stormed, it had thunderstorm, right? And the next day it's just beautiful. It's sunny. It's just amazing. I'm headed to work. My windows are rolled down. Oh, okay. My windows ain't rolled down. All right. Okay, I'm starting to babble here. My windows are rolled down, but my driving window doesn't work. So obviously that's the only window that can't roll down. Sucks because all the air, all that beautiful, nice, wonderful, hot air after it rained was coming in all the other windows except for the window that's directly right by my face. Cause I had my shades on, I had my Ray-Bans on. So I was cooling. I was looking amazing. At least I thought I was. But anyway, I digress. So, I'm doing what we all ain't supposed to do. I'm looking and driving. I can't say I'm texting and driving because I'm looking and driving. I'm on Snapchat, right? And so I stumbled across this post where this, beautiful black queen was talking about how they say, for every dark day, there's a brighter day. And basically things get better over time, right? So I was just like, let me hit her, man. Today is just so amazing for me. It's a beautiful day. Let me be positive. Let me try to, spread that positivity. So I hit her. I was like, why you feel that way? Right? And she says, I've just never seen it. For me, it's just never been there. So I'm like, okay, well, let me give her, my story. Let me give her a little bit of my background and how things seemed like they were never going to get better. But they did. So basically, I told her about how in 2016, I think it was right after my son was born, I had quit a job to start doing truck driving because I needed to make that jump in money. I had made some bad decisions, and I wanted to better help my son. But also, even though we weren't together, my son's mother, you know what I'm saying? Because she's taking care of my kids. She's not going to be able to, work like she wants to, and she's going to be tired even if she do work like she wants to, because he would just cry all night. He would just wake up randomly and just start crying. So, like I said, I went to truck driving school, but during truck driving school, I couldn't work, so I didn't make no money, right? So I got behind on bills. When I graduated truck driving school, I started driving for a company. They only gave me trainee pay, which was like $125 a week, $225 a week. It was bare minimum. It wasn't that much. So after I spent 2 months, well, not 2 months, a month and a half in truck driving school, not making any money, started training, was barely making any money. About November of that year, basically, I had finally started making my regular pay, but by this time it was too late. My truck had got repoed, right? So I was telling her these things, and I was like, eventually, I got, a better job than that job. I got a job with UPS Freight, which makes great money, $60,000 a year. So I told her all those things, how my truck got repoed, how all these bad things would happen. It got behind on stuff, and I was like, yeah, this should be some motivation. This right here is like groundbreaking. Like, this is not as bad as it gets, because I wasn't homeless. It doesn't get any worse than homeless. But when your vehicle gets took, that's kind of stressful. You know what I'm saying? So I told her, I was like, okay, this should, help her have a brighter day because today is so beautiful. It's gorgeous outside, literally. And she writes back and says, that's what happens when you don't pay your car note. Bro, I didn't even respond. At first I was like, I was gonna say see, I was gonna say, look, you're such a negative person. That's why good things will never happen to you because you can't just see the brighter side. It's like I just tried to give you a little bit of motivation. Tried to, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause that was like 3 or 4 months of just bad things constantly happening. Like I went into like some of the stuff, but not the full depth of what was going on. And it was like, that's what you said. Like, that's what you took out of it. It's like, oh, so basically this is what happens when you don't pay your car note. So like that, and that happened like not too long ago. That literally happened like a month ago. So I was like, you know what? You can't help everyone. As bad as you want to, as bad as you want to try to motivate people, try to share your story, because almost everyone has one. Everybody goes through things. Everybody has their season when they're up, and they have their season when they're down. It happens because I look at it like your downs help you appreciate your ups a whole lot better, and it also your downs also teaches you lessons on how to not get so down again. That's how I look at it. But it's like some people, they'll never look at it that way. They'll always be negative. They'll never be positive. They won't try to learn from other people's mistakes. Because that's a quote: a wise man learns from others' mistakes, not just his own. So that's my experiences. I hope nobody else has ever had to deal with that, but I'm probably sure you have if you're a great person, you try to help other people. But has that ever happened to you before? And if it has, what did you do? Did you not respond like I did? Did you just cuss them out? Like, what was your response to that? And what do you think my response should have been if you think I didn't handle it better? But that's all, folks. Thank you for checking it out. If you like it, like the video. If you dislike, hell, dislike the video. And I'm out.